Hello and welcome. We're getting into another video today where the Master League Premier Cup has started, and I have a new Pokemon a new toy basically, the Pokemon I've never used, and I decided to use because this Pokemon has a decent use in the Master League Premier. The Pokemon I'm talking about is Hisuian Avalugg. It's better than the actual Avalugg because it's like 300 CP higher. As you can see, I have a lucky one. It's not a hundo, it's 13 defense, but if it's lucky, so the investment is technically not a bad investment. What's the unique thing about Avalugg? It has Icy Wind and Rock Slide. I don't know why I have Mud Slap. It says Mud Slap, but it's actually Powdered Snow, Rock Slide, and this one is Icy Wind. Yeah, Icy Wind, Rock Slide, and Powdered Snow. And in neutral matchups, like especially like against Gyarados, if you can Icy Wind and they are Waterfall, you can flip that matchup. If they are Dragon Breath, you win just a straight Rock Slide because you can comfortably tank one move, while they can't comfortably tank one move. Rock Slide has been nerfed multiple times, so it's not an ideal move, and the unique thing about this Pokemon is the combination of both moves. It's kind of good against the neutral matchup as well, because any neutral matchup, you just shield the first charge move, and then you Icy Wind, and then you can start tanking charge moves. We're pairing it with Dragonite, my favorite Pokemon, my Shundo in this cup. And Rhyperior. To be honest, Rhyperior has been the weakest Pokemon in this team. I would recommend using something like Florges instead of the Rhyperior, because Rhyperior was walled in so many matchups. But the reason I run Rhyperior here because I'm just weak to Metagross, and I would like to have Rhyperior just to have some Mud Slap damage. So let's just go and watch these battles, and we will be able to judge from now on. We're yapping here about how expensive it is to make a new Pokemon. So please, if you appreciate the content, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and let me know what you think about this Pokemon, because we're dumping so much resources, so you guys might not have to. I mean, sometimes you have to if the Pokemon is too good. And here we have a Blizzard. There is an argument about running a Blizzard, actually. This one doesn't have Ice Body Slam. The non-Hisui Avalugg has Body Slam, I think, and Avalanche. But this one has a better moveset because it has Icy Wind. And that's me showing off my Dragonite. Classic Yasser game. And here we get the first game. And we have Cetitan. The team, by the way, is a triple weak to Cetitan. Thank you, Go Battle League. The first game, literally triple weak to Cetitan. I don't have a Cetitan myself, so this is my own Cetitan. And they swapped into a Primarina with a Charm. Primarina is actually a good counter to Avalugg because they resist the Powdered Snow. And here I lagged like a non-stop. Like, what was that? I think I lost 2 turns, so that's why I had to insta-throw. We landed the Rock Slide. We can just simply shield here. Sorry guys, I had a cough. They are in an Icy Wind range, so we can just throw that. And here the opponent brought something like Swampert. Swampert is not ideal in this cup, but you know what Swampert is good at? Throwing Hydro Cannons at the Rhyperior that does one shot. So it's not bad, but I also don't recommend it. I think if you want to run a water Pokemon, oh my dude, the lag is just insane. I have to sack my Dragonite here because it just simply has no use for me, and I need to go back and throw the Rock Slide. I don't know why I'm baiting here. There is literally no way they shield that, but I have to no shield this, and I'm calling a Body Slam bait because this thing has a Body Slam, and I'm just going to swap out and just massive keep baiting. I am sure this is a Body Slam because they didn't. Okay, no, never mind. What am I supposed to do here? Do I lose this game? Did Cetitan's just running through the... I think it's an under-leveled Cetitan. I am sure Cetitan has a higher CP, but I looked it up before the cup started. I'm like, I want to use an Ice Pokemon, and I didn't have enough XLs for Cetitan. So I'm like, okay, hopefully people just don't have it. And that did not stop my opponent, because my opponent is running an under-leveled Cetitan. We're just going to throw the Rock Slide for no reason. This doesn't do anything because we'd simply just salty for losing to Cetitan and they're leveled. But hey, we just found out that this team is triple weak to Ice. And now, am I using the wrong video? 1 second, let me double check. Okay, next game we are queuing into a Gallisopod. Gallisopod is probably the king of the neutral matchups here, but the problem with it is that it just lacks the stats. We're talking about 800 stats CP differences between that thing and Dragonite, and I'm just going to build up to 2 and then throw 1 here. And for the Dragonite in this cup, you need Hurricane because nobody shield the Dragon Claws, and you don't technically need Superpower. If you throw Hurricane in most of the matchups, it should be fine. And here they have a Charm Primarina. It's better than Waterfall Primarina. As you can see, I'm terrible weak to Waterfall Primarina because it does beat Dragonite and everything else. So that's why I'm saying don't use Rhyperior with this team. Use something like Florges, use something like Metagross instead. But I'm simply using this team because I was entitled to. And here the Icy Wind should do some decent damage. I'm just going to throw in good timing. I was hoping that they throw, but they didn't. And this Icy Wind will force them to shield, and now I can just swap out and force them to shield again. Because my Dragonite can't be Mud Slapped down, because I will be able to get another move. What am I supposed to do here? I'm just simply not going to shield and go back to Rhyperior. Go to Rhyperior, not go back, sorry. I can Mud Slap all the way down. And they brought the Primarina, and all we need to do is just tap the Rock Breaker, and this will take them out, and we take the win home. Okay, moving into the next game. Are you guys playing Master League Premier or Ultra or Great League? Because to be honest, I want to play Great League. After playing for one day this cup, I'm like, okay, I'm done. But we're trying to get you guys as much content because I know that people might not play, but they would like to watch. So that's why we're making content about Master League Premier. They swapped in Gallisopod. I say that Gallisopod is actually the best safe swap. The problem with this is just it doesn't do enough damage. I'm just going to swap here, and I'm actually going to shield. I saw that they swapped out the Gyarados, right? Which means it's a Waterfall Gyarados, but I needed my Machamp to finish the Dragonite, the Machamp later in the game, and I was able to debuff them. I'm just going to debuff them again, and now they are actually forced to throw because they simply can't farm down before I get to a third move, so they decide to throw. It's double super effective, so it should take me out. I can just go back to Dragonite, and I see that there is a Rhyperior, so I'm just going to try to catch a Breaking Swipe. Remember that it's 4-3. And I tried to catch opponent smart, and they didn't even build up. We should live a Breaking Swipe. Bro, their Rhyperior is actually missing some power-ups. I guess like Rhyperior is just so good. I don't think it would matter because that would literally require like I needed the same amount of Mud Slaps because I played this matchup in Ultra League and they literally usually die there. And sorry, faint. Next game, horrible lead. What do? We go Avalugg. They are staying in. We instantly Icy Wind. And Icy Wind should debuff them. They swap into Gyarados. It's a dragon. It's a Dragon Breath. Ideally, you want to let them throw, just in case they throw in bad timing, right? And then straight Rock Slide after. You can also Icy Wind if you want, but I would like to throw Rock Slide because I know that they won't shield. I tried to get out, but I couldn't. Now I feel bad about not throwing here, to be honest. I'm just going to overfarm and try to farm them down, and now this is where they should bring in the Florges. And this is where I realized that I actually need to have a Hurricane. And the Hurricane actually clutched some games. I don't think I have them in this video, but it came in handy, like in some matchups where like they had the half HP fairies, and the Hurricane should do it. So here I was able to throw 2 Icy Winds, and now they aren't farm down range. So I'm just going to swap out at this point. I'm not going to shield this. I'm assuming this is going to be either a bait or a Moonblast. It does not matter because I double. I have energy lead on whatever they have in the back. They shielded my bait, and now I can just go straight for the nuke, and with shielding, no matter what they throw, and instantly throwing the the Rock Breaker. This Rock Breaker should take out the Dragonite. It almost killed the Yveltal, and Dragonite is less bulky than Yveltal. So that's like how I made my judgment there. Togekiss in the lead, bad lead. I'm supposed to go Rhyperior here, but I'm afraid of something like Gyarados in this swap, so I'm just going to go to Avalugg. We went to Avalugg. They brought in Chandelure. I honestly think that baiting is actually the correct play, because they always shield. They're going straight Shadow Ball. I think their play is actually not Shadow Ball. It's straight Flame Charge. Because you can see that I will win this matchup because their Incinerate is not doing enough damage. But if they were boosted, they would have done much more. And they let it go there. That was actually a smart play. And because Rock Slide is such a bad move, they were able to live. Something like an extremely frail Pokemon like that was able to live. Which is kind of a scam. Rock Slide doesn't KO there. So I am better throwing a Icy Wind. Instead of the Rock Slide. I think I am actually better throwing the other one because that would have KO'd because it does like 4% more. Okay, next game, Dragapult. It's like someone with massive skills in Pokemon Go where they can have a level 50 Dragapult. It's actually not worth it. It's not good. It's a low stat product Pokemon. I pretty much lose to everything. But it has Astonish, so it can beat Machamp. I mean, good luck finding a Machamp, though. I get denied there because the game is just horrible today. Moonblast should not KO. I'm going to overfarm a bit and throw the Icy Wind, and now I should comfortably live the next Moonblast, and should be in enough health to throw another one. They brought in a Waterfall Primarina, and this is where, like, okay, Waterfall Dragonite, but we still don't have Waterfall Dragonite. So I'm going to shield this and go straight for the Superpower. Superpower does like 40%, so they are still outside the Superpower range. I think this is where Superpower does KO, but if they shield, the next one won't be able to KO. But I brought it as low as possible. And they should get to a move right here. This will take me out. And I think I would like to get a Mud Slap lead. No Mud Slap leads, yes sir. Okay, I think that was actually a good play because I wanted to bait that energy out and then they throw that energy and now all I need to do is just to go right here. And I need to get a Breaking Swipe debuff. Otherwise, this is a scuffed matchup. We get the attack fell, so now I can comfortably throw farm this all the way down. I think they would have done one more damage, but I should win this game whether I get the debuff or no, because look at how much health I have. You can just increase the damage by like 1.5. Sorry, by 15% of the Dragapult and I still win. This is where we started running Hurricane. I'm like, okay, I need to have Hurricane and I should get to the Hurricane. And look what happened. Right at the time when I get my Hurricane, the game lagged me for no reason. This game is just so freaking annoying. Look. See? I have the move. I just can't tap it. The game was so laggy. This would have been like probably the best boom video or like boom, bye-bye, Primarina. The Hurricane will take you out. And look at that. The game keeps lagging horribly. It was actually working much better, but then they forced the stupid update like today, and the update is just so laggy, so laggy. I mean, we are used to Niantic never like testing out any update before releasing it, and they will keep continuing doing that because they simply don't care whether you like it or not. Oh man, I had so much hope going. Okay, opponent insta through here, which means it's Shadow Ball, but somehow this opponent blindly threw a Focus Blast, which is actually telling me that they were watching the stream, because there is no way they wouldn't. You usually blind throw a Shadow Ball, especially in this cup, because nothing resists Shadow Ball. But blindly throwing a Focus Blast is a bit suspicious, okay? It's very suspicious. So we don't win this game because they blindly threw Focus Blast, which tell me that they were actually watching my stream. But hey, I can't just call out everyone. Next game, Ursaluna. So I did not know which moveset they run on this Pokemon, but then I looked up PvPoke, and PvPoke said it's a Swift high horsepower, which makes sense. I forget that they gave it a Swift and they buffed the Swift as well. So it's the go-to moveset. If you want to run that Pokemon, it's actually good. We shielded, so we can just Rock Slide here, because the Swift is basically Aqua Tail clone. And we did not need to shield there, which is kind of good. So I'm just going to go straight Icy Wind. And me throwing Icy Wind will debuff them. And that means if I go Rhyperior, there is no way they bait, right? Because if they are nerfed, there is no way they bait. So we know shield. And I mean, we comfortably tank that. They bring in a Goodra. Goodra is just such a scam Pokemon. It doesn't do damage. And you can see that. But the difference is that I'm actually lagging so hard. But the thing about Goodra, it beats Gyarados in the 0 and the 1. So Gyarados has to double shield. Dragonite. I mean, we grabbed the shield, and now I need to, in the next move, I am sure if I did not lag, I should get to that move. They can just go straight Swift now, and I should live the next Swift. I should easily live this, and then we throw the Breaking Swipe and win the game. I think this is the last battle. Yeah, this is what the last battle. So thank you so much everyone for watching. This is the end of the video. I totally recommend trying Shadow or Saluna if you have one. If you don't have one, don't bother. It's just a very expensive Pokemon because the non-Shadow is just bad. Rhyperior is not that great, honestly, because everything in this cup hard counter Rhyperior, like a Dragonite, hard counter Rhyperior. The ice Pokemons do beat Rhyperior, like the fairies run Waterfall, you have Gyarados with Waterfall, so it's just a bit risky. Run something like Primarina. You can also run something like Otsaluna. Otsaluna is actually good. Look at the stat product, it's very high stat product Pokemon. So yeah, thanks so much everyone for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.